Kids Corral is a licensed child care center and preschool serving children from 6 weeks to 12 years old in West Frankfort and beyond. Owned by FCHS 1989 alumni Gina King and 1992 alumni Kristen Cass, Kids Corral is located at 218 South Horn Street in West Frankfort. Call them today at 618-937-4700 for more information. Kids Corral, proudly taking care of the next generation of Redbirds since 1990.
The everyday people who make Southern Illinois so special. The ones who make sacrifices every day for their families and their community. These are the people who make us proud of what we do. You see, when a person from our community gets injured in an accident, there is someone at an insurance company far away from here whose job it is to minimize your injury, to make their corporation money. For them, you're just a claim number. For us, well, I guess you could say it's personal. We are fighting for the people of Southern Illinois each and every day to restore what was lost. We are Sam C. Mitchell and Associates, and for us, it's personal.
IBI Management manages over 2.5 million square feet of industrial storage warehousing and office space in Illinois, Indiana, Tennessee, Ohio, and South Carolina with 64 tenants. Feel free to contact them for any management needed for your property. Reach out with any questions to Bobby or Iris Kazadi at 618-218-5995 or 618-218-2456. For any of your commercial management, IBI Management is here for you. Wallace Industrial Tools and Supplies knows Southern Illinois. Located in West Frankfort, they're your Milwaukee superstore with over 8,000 square feet. Wallace Industrial Tools has the largest selection of Milwaukee within a 2-hour radius. Find power tools such as drills, saws, lights, shop vacs, and more with pricing lower than you'll find anywhere else. That's Wallace Industrial Tools and Supplies in West Frankfort. Ask Melissa Walden about Shelter's auto, home, and life options. Call or text at 618-937-2092. Plus, use the My Shelter app to pay your bill, file a claim, proof of insurance, policy documents, go paperless, and more. Melissa Walden, Shelter Insurance in West Frankfort.
Looking for a dealership where you're treated like family? Come to Wig Chevrolet GMC, where from sales to service, they put you first. Their friendly staff will help you find the perfect vehicle that fits your needs and your budget. Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, they've got it all. Visit them online at gregweeks.com or call 618-937-2000. Week Chevrolet GMC, right on the price, right off I-57.
Looking for a reason to try the new $5 meal deal at McDonald's? Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and the price makes 5.
So much.
That's everything you get with the new $5 meal deal at McDonald's.
You don't have to choose between comfort and capability when you're behind the wheel of the 2025 Honda Pioneer 704. Rugged and reliable, it delivers the power you need on the job, the smooth shifting you want on the trail. And with Honda's exclusive quick flip seating, you get the versatility of seating 4 passengers and stowing the back seats for a full cargo bed. See the latest Honda Pioneer 704 today at Galatich Honda in West Frankfort.
Hal Insurance is a proud sponsor of Redbird Athletics. Serving West Frankfort since 1925, we provide auto, home, business, life, and health insurance. Hal Insurance partners with Auto Owners Insurance Company to handle insurance the right way, the human way. Call Ryan, Jessica, or Susan Patton at 618-937-4000. Hal Insurance is proud to serve you.
Looking for a place to come out and enjoy one of the hidden treasures of Southern Illinois? The Frankfort Community Park is a 64-acre gym located in West Frankfort with 10 softball and baseball fields, 12 outdoor shelters, tennis courts, basketball courts, and a pond, as well as beautiful playground equipment for children of all ages. The park has plenty of open spaces to explore, and its serenity and beauty is second to none. The Aquatic Center has an indoor pool, weight room, basketball courts, and an event center. The Frankfort Community Park has something for everyone to enjoy. Come visit the park, and we promise you won't be disappointed. WP Dumpsters is West Frankfort's premier roll-off dumpster service, offering 14 cubic yard containers that are perfect for small DIY projects all the way up to larger home remodels and everything in between. With competitive pricing and top-notch customer service, WP Dumpsters is your Southern Illinois roll-off specialist. Book your bin online today at WPDumpsters.com or call 618-218-0623. Owned and operated by former Redbird Dalton Woolard.
We are live with Redbirds basketball live in Murphysboro, Illinois. The West Frankfort Redbirds and the Murphysboro Red Devils. Welcome in our pregame coverage brought to you by Wallace Industrial Tools and Supplies. I'm Garrett Smith, joined on this Tuesday night in January by Paxton Griffith.
Howdy, partner. How are you?
Good to have you back. I'm doing just fine. Hoping for a Frankfort victory tonight against a pretty solid Murphysboro team that you're pretty familiar with.
I am very familiar with them, and they're coming off a tough loss, overtime loss to Mount Vernon. So the Mount Vernon is a very good team. So I have a feeling they will be coming in here home and ready to play with a chip on their shoulder. So like you said, it's going to be a tough game for the Redbirds, and it's always tough playing here in general. So
yeah, you've called a couple of their games this year.
Yep.
You mentioned they just lost to Mount Vernon in OT. Mount Vernon's beating up on everybody. I think their only loss, they lost to somebody up north that's undefeated, but then their only loss to a local team is Centralia. So, I mean, that says quite a bit about Mount Vernon. So.
Yeah, Mount Vernon is the real deal again. But yeah, this Murphy's team is really good as well, and it's going to be a tough game for the Redbirds. If you come out ready to go, anything can happen because the thing about Murphysboro is sometimes they do play down, and if you can come out and throw the first punch, anything can happen.
I do have Murphy listed as at a 10-5 record overall. Frankfort comes in 2-13, looking to bounce back. Didn't broadcast their game last Friday due to media restrictions over at Benton. 61-43, Benton gets the victory there. After tonight, boys will have two more games with them this week. Wednesday, so tomorrow night against El Dorado at home. Friday at home against Anna Jonesboro. The girls are in action at Pinckneyville tonight. A very good Pinckneyville team. I think they've only lost a couple of games.
Yeah, Pinckneyville's good on the girls' side, and that's kind of a tough draw there for the Lady Redbirds. You play on Tuesday, and then you got to wait almost a week before you play again. I'd be a little upset by that, especially the way they're playing right now. I just want to keep playing.
Yeah, so you play a good Pinckneyville team, and then you wait 6 days to play another good team in Fairfield.
Yeah,
so
that's not going to be easy, and if they can pick up a win at Pinckneyville, that would be huge for that team and that program. And they've been unbelievable, arguably the best program right now, and for the Redbirds, the wrestling team's always good as well. But the Lady Redbirds are giving us something to cheer about, and if you haven't seen them yet, you need to come down to the Midwinter and watch them for sure.
Well, back on topic with tonight's contest, Paxton. This is a team we've mentioned that you've called quite a few times this year, Murphysboro Red Devils. You got the inside scoop. What do you know about some of these guys? Obviously, they've got a couple of big names, especially the big man inside. How can Frankfort stop Kimion Hale? That's going to be a big question tonight. But give me some details on these Red Devils.
If you're coaching or if you're trying to stop Hale, your best thing is letting him shoot threes. He does like to shoot three-pointers from time to time, and sometimes he gets a little complacent out there. So, him being much bigger than everybody else, if he's going to take the three ball, let him beat you by the three ball. But the only problem is they've got a lot of other guys that can do damage. Cash Brooks, a junior, he shoots better than really anyone in this conference that I've seen so far this year. He's confident. He still shoot a foot behind the three-point line. But really, the guy that I really think they're going to have to pay attention to is Guthman. Miles is one of those players who kind of goes under the radar. He'll easily go out there and get you 15 if you let him, and he plays hard the whole time. And they're just a really deep team, and they've even got a freshman, Shields, who comes off the bench, and he's gotten 3 to 4 steals in a few games off the bench. So they've got a balanced group, and anytime you've got the coach they have, you're always going to have a chance.
That's what I was going to say. Then you've got the guy that mans the sidelines for him, the X Factor, Daryl Murphy.
Yeah, he's
as good
the
as he
real
gets
deal.
in Southern Illinois.
It is, and he's been here for as long as I can remember, and he's built a great program here, team that's always competing, and he's going to get the best out of his guys, that's for sure. So, like I mentioned, Murphysboro's coming off a overtime loss to Mount Vernon, so I fully expect them to come ready to go tonight. And I know when I played here, it was always tough to win here. So, you're going to have to almost play a perfect basketball game if you're the Redbirds.
Closing in on tip-off from Murphysboro. Looks like we're moments away from the national anthem, so we'll take a commercial break, come back with your starting lineups and Redbirds basketball here on Redbirds Live.
Kids Corral is a licensed child care center and preschool serving children from 6 weeks to 12 years old in West Frankfort and beyond. Owned by FCHS 1989 alumni Gina King and 1992 alumni Kristen Cass, Kids Corral is located at 218 South Horn Street in West Frankfort. Call them today at 618-937-4700 for more information. Kids Corral, proudly taking care of the next generation of Redbirds since 1998.
The everyday people who make Southern Illinois so special. The ones who make sacrifices every day for their families and their community. These are the people who make us proud of what we do. You see, when a person from our community gets injured in an accident, there is someone at an insurance company far away from here whose job it is to minimize your injury, to make their corporation money. For them, you're just a claim number. For us, well, I guess you could say it's personal. We are fighting for the people of Southern Illinois each and every day to restore what was lost. We are Sam C. Mitchell and Associates, and for us, it's personal.
IBI Management manages over 2.5 million square feet of industrial storage warehousing and office space in Illinois, Indiana, Tennessee, Ohio, and South Carolina with 64 tenants. Feel free to contact them for any management needed for your property. Reach out with any questions to Bobby or Iris Kazadi at 618-218-5995 or 618-218-2456. For any of your commercial management, IBI Management is here for you. Wallace Industrial Tools and Supplies knows Southern Illinois. Located in West Frankfort, they're your Milwaukee superstore with over 8,000 square feet. Wallace Industrial Tools has the largest selection of Milwaukee within a 2-hour radius. Find power tools such as drills, saws, lights, shop vacs, and more with pricing lower than you'll find anywhere else. That's Wallace Industrial Tools and Supplies in West Frankfort. Ask Melissa Walden about Shelter's auto, home, and life options. Call or text at 618-937-2092. Plus, use the MyShelter app to pay your bill, file a claim, proof of insurance, policy documents, go paperless, and more. Melissa Walden, Shelter Insurance in West Frankfort.
Looking for a dealership where you're treated like family? Come to Weeks Chevrolet GMC, where from sales to service, they put you first. Their friendly staff will help you find the perfect vehicle that fits your needs and your budget. Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, they've got it all. Visit them online at gregweeks.com or call 618-937-2000. Weeks Chevrolet GMC, right on the price, right off I-57.
Looking for a reason to try the new $5 meal deal at McDonald's? Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and the price makes 5.
So much.
That's everything you get with the new $5 meal deal at McDonald's.
Big jobs on big properties demand a big side-by-side. A side-by-side like the first ever Honda Pioneer 1000 Deluxe Crew. This flagship model delivers serious power and performance where you need it most. Even more, it offers best-in-class comfort for 6 occupants with backseat legroom beyond compare. As for build quality, we'll let the Honda name speak for itself. Head to Galatich Honda in West Frankfort and see the all-new Pioneer 1000 Deluxe Crew today.
Welcome you back. It's time for our Sam C. Mitchell and Associates starting lineup. And Frankfurt in the visiting red today. Starting five for them, it'll be number 10, 6'3", senior Quentin Osborne. Number 12, 6'4", sophomore Cam Woolard. Number 15, 5'10", junior Chris Samples. Number 22, 6'2", senior Cannon Cass. And number 35, 6'5", junior Nick Hefner. All right, Mr. Griffith, why don't you introduce us to Daryl Murphy's starting club?
All righty, well, it looks like we're going to have Cash Brooks. He's the junior. He's the shooter for this squad. He's on Beard, number 1. He's the senior. He's a really good point guard. And then we're going to have what looks like Guthman will be starting, number 33. Guthman's the guy that, he's kind of the wild card for this team. He's all over the place for them every time out. And then we have Michael Bradfield, the junior. He had 24 not too long ago against Cairo when they played them. And then Hale, the big man inside, he's 6'7", and he's a senior. And he's the real deal. But, like I said, if you're going to try to limit Hill, you just try to let him shoot three-pointers. But, this is a really good team, and they're coming off a tough loss to Mount Vernon. So, if you're Frankfurt, you've got to be ready to go here from jump or, could get out of hand quick if they play with a chip on their shoulder.
Red Devils and Redbirds. About to jump up center court here in Murphysboro.
Let's have a good game, Garrett.
Let's do it. Hale and Hefner, and it's controlled by West Frankfurt.
Got a good officiating crew here tonight as well.
Left side, that's the wing. That's Osborne. Dribble move, swings it to the right wing with its Cam Woolard back in the starting unit for Coach Josh Surdich. Osborne, free throw jumper. It's up and in.
More of those. I'd like to see him take a lot of those tonight.
Bringing the ball up is Beard. Goes to the left to Bradfield. Bradfield looking, goes top to Hale. Hale swings it right wing to Guthman. Guthman goes to the point to Cash Brooks. Too strong.
Ooh.
And an over-the-back foul on Hale.
That's one way to limit Hale, too, is get him in foul trouble early. We're not even a minute into this game, and he's got one foul. So, kind of play to that. He is, obviously much bigger than most guys. But if I'm driving, I'm trying to go right at him and draw another foul here early. If you can get him sitting, that would be huge.
2-0 West Frankfurt. 50 seconds into action. Samples downhill, bounces to Woolard, who gets into the paint, had a man, and then threw it away. Looked like he had Hefner underneath.
Yeah, Hefner was there, he didn't see it, and then just kind of forced a pass that wasn't there, and early turnover. Might give it right back, though.
They dig it out on the floor away from Hale, who put it on the floor, and Frankfurt takes it from him. Left side with the basketball is Osborne. Jab right, he goes right, gives to Samples. Samples has it, dribbles right side into the corner, backs out of there, guarded closely by Beard. Now Samples takes to the basket, gets around his man, and lays it off the glass for two. Patience pays off for Samples.
Well, the 2 times Frankfurt has scored here has been patient offense, too, and more of the same here. Play your style of basketball, and we'll see how Hale plays here with one foul early.
Brooks looking inside, Hale right block. Backing in on his man, lays it up and in over the outstretched arms of Nick Hefner. Hale on the board, as is Murphysboro. It's 4-2 West Frankfurt. Osborne dribbles to the right. Dribbles on Guthman. Swings it out. Samples. He gets to the free throw line. Back to Osborne. Triple from the top. It rattles home. Quentin Osborne with a quick 5.
So you'd like to see.
To the basket. They've got and one opportunity for Miles Guthman. We'll get the foul on Cam Woolard. His first, team first, 7-4 the score. Murphy to the line. That's Miles Guthman. Free throw. No good. And rebound to Nick Hefner. Osborne into the lane. Has to get rid of it. He's bumped backwards. He does to Samples. Samples dribble. Swings to the right. That's Osborne. Fakes baseline, dribbles out to the top, and reverses to the left side. Now it's Cass baseline.
Nice.
Goes opposite block to Hefner. Takes his time and lays it up and in. Hale was just a split second too late. It's 9-4 West Frankfort.
Yeah, just a little late there, and lucky he didn't get another foul there by trying to come in there. A smart move and a nice dish down, and easy shot there, no good. Got to take advantage here.
A miss from Bradfield. Here's Hefner spinning, kick out. Cam Woolard tries a triple, too strong, and the rebound knocked free into the hands of Brooks. And here comes Murphysboro looking to push. Hale, right block, gets around his man, and it's blocked by Hefner.
You didn't see Hefner coming from behind. It was good hustle there, not giving up on the play, and we're up 5 here early, and got to take advantage of this.
9-4 West Frankfort. Samples, dribbles, goes left into the corner with its Cam Woolard. Woolard dribbles to the free throw line, hands off Cass. He now works to the left, spins at the elbow, loses his dribble, gives it up to Osborne. Shot fake from Osborne on Guthman to the point, looking to the left, dribbles to the wing. Now, crossover on Guthman. Downhill, gets to the block, it's tied up, and it's ripped away by Guthman. We've got a jump ball. It's going to give it back to Murphysboro.
Guthman's a strong kid, so that's, anytime you leave it right there, he's going to go for it. He's very aggressive. Would have liked to maybe have seen a high screen there for Osborne to create some space.
Hale out top, swings it right side, Cash Brooks. Looking baseline, he's cut off there, goes top to Bradfield and swing to Hale. Now at the top of the basketball is Beard. Right wing, wide open three. It's too strong. Off the miss from Michael Bradfield. Rebound for Frankfort.
You're Murphysboro, you're kind of settling right now, and you need to take advantage of that if they're not going to try to get in to Hale as much as possible.
Behind the back, Samples into the paint. Gets cut off, needs help.
I need to get out of the paint.
Finally gives it up to Osborne. Now right side with it is Cass. Cass dribbles to the elbow, shovels it to Samples. 3:35 to go in the first. It's 9-4 West Frankfort. Samples pulls things out near midcourt.
Yeah, I mean, if they're not going to, Cass Brooks finally gets up there. Say if they're not going to really come to you. Nice find again by Cass.
Another wraparound, and it will result with Hefner going to the stripe.
Cass has been able to get that pass through twice there, going a couple dribbles and then dishing it on the baseline. And Hefner made the first one. Now he's got a chance for free throws here. Frankfort playing their type of basketball right now, Garrett. They're not being sped up here by Murphysboro. You'd love to see it.
That one pops out. The foul went on Michael Bradfield, his first, team second. 3:17 to go in the first. Hefner goes 1 of 2. 10-4 West Frankfort. Murphysboro with the basketball. Top with its Hale. Swings to Brooks underneath the goal. We've got a foul on the floor, and I think that's a foul Frankfort's going to be okay with.
Yep, it was a good call, too. He did foul him, kind of saw that Beard was going to cut, and his momentum was taking him out of bounds, kind of grabbed the jersey there, and thankfully it's on the floor. Some refs might call that a N1, so you never know.
That is the second on Woolard. He stays in the game. Tough look, knocked around. Now right side, Guthman, baseline, bouncing on Woolard, gets him up in the air and lays it in.
That was a nice move there by Guthman, taking his time and some really good footwork.
Woolard, lucky Guthman went around him. If he would have went into him, it would have been his third foul.
Yeah, most definitely asking for a foul there.
Cass will pull, no. Rebound, knocked around. Hale pulls it down and gives it out to Bradfield, who skips it to Brooks. Now it's Guthman, 10-6 the score. Frankfort on top. Hale. It ends up Cash Brooks, wide open triple, no, and the rebound, and a foul on Michael Bradfield. That's going to be his second. Keegan Shields in for Bradfield with 2 fouls. Parker Allen in for Cam Woolard with 2 fouls. Osborne swings it left wing to Allen. Allen dribble to the point and gives it back to Osborne right wing. Osborne looking inside, nothing there. Now he dribbles the basketball and swings to the left to Chris Samples. 2 minutes to go in the first.
the Redbirds, you need to be aware of who just checked in. Keegan Shields, he's a freshman, but he'll get a lot of steals if you're not careful.
Hefner bounces, and we've got a bump on Hale, his second.
That's not a good foul if you're Hale going into the corner there, and it's a good foul though if you're the Redbirds.
So just 4 team fouls, but they've won against just 2 guys for Murphy.
Yeah.
2 on Bradfield, 2 on Hale. Hale heads to the Pine.
And if you're the Redbirds, you got to take advantage of this, but if you're Murphysboro, you're probably going to try to be a little quicker now with Hale being out of the game. So if you're the Redbirds, you got to make sure you're getting back on defense when you miss a shot or not grab the rebound, because if not, then it'll be a fast break type of night here for Murphy, as they've got their quickest lineup out there right now.
Arion Swansea Jr. checks in for Hale. 1:45 to go in the first. Parker Allen to the elbow. Looking to get to the cup. Has to dish it back out to Osborne at the point. Now, driving into the lane, it's Samples. Needs help. Dishes it out to Parker Allen out near the volleyball line. Dribbles into the corner. Hands it off to Nick Hefner. 1:25 to go. Quarter 1. Frankfurt leads at 10-6. Osborne swings it to Parker Allen with Swansea tightly on him. On the wing, getting into the free throw line is Cass. Needs help. Skips it right side to Samples. Coming to get it to Parker Allen. Thought about a 3. Instead, he'll keep the basketball. Go towards the basket. Float it up. And it knocked out and into the hands of Beard. Beard thinking about taking it himself, gives it off to Brooks, and they've got a foul on West Frankfurt.
On Allen. Parker Allen there picking up a foul.
.58 seconds remaining, quarter 1. West Frankfurt 10, Murphysboro 6. Look for a slip here to the basket for an easy 2. Instead, they just get it into Swansea. Now into the paint. Guthman can't finish. Rebound to Quentin Osborne. 45 seconds remaining in the first.
Certainly not the type of scoring quarter we thought we probably would see here in the first.
But you got to think that benefits the Redbirds.
It does. You've been able to kind of slow things down here, as Murphy really likes to get up and down against teams. So, you got to take advantage of it, and you got Hale out of the game. So just make sure you're getting good looks, and we've got 25 seconds here. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to hold for 1. That's what I would do.
I was going to ask you.
Yeah.
Instead, it's Hefner. Lost it going to the goal. They wanted a bump. Instead, Swansea to the cup. He got hit on the arm. That's going to be a foul. It's going to result in him going to the line.
Yeah, the only reason why I think Hefner didn't get that call was he kind of went in there with his head down, not really looking, and just kind of threw it up there. Almost looked like he was trying to make a pass at the end as well. So,
and instead, it ends up being on the other end, Osborne picking up a foul.
You could have just held the ball there, and thankfully the free throws aren't falling right now for really either side, even though Frankfurt hasn't had as many. But you're going to have a chance here to have a 2-possession lead here possibly, and with 15 seconds left, that's plenty of time to get a shot off and maybe run a play. We'll see what the Redbirds try to do here. There's going to be a little bit of pressure here from Murphy.
Murphy's 1 of 3 at the line. Frankfurt is 1 of 2. 10-7 the score. 10 seconds remaining in the first. Frankfurt with the ball, up by 3. Osborne looking for help, gives it to Cass. It's knocked around. Guthman lost it out of bounds. It's going to benefit Frankfurt.
Yeah.
Now you can try to get someone set up for a jump shot, maybe a 3, or maybe you get Quentin Osborne free.
Say try to run an elevator screen up top for a top of the key 3 or something. You've got enough time here to even shot fake and do a quick dribble drive, but we'll see what they try to do here.
3.3 on the timer. 10-7 the score. They'll go into Hefner. Hefner gives it to Osborne. Shot fake. He's going to get blocked at the buzzer. So a nice contest for Murphy's defense there at the end of the quarter. It's 10-7. Redbirds leading the Red Devils on Redbirds Live.
Hal Insurance is a proud sponsor of Redbird Athletics. Serving West Frankfurt since 1925, we provide auto, home, business, life, and health insurance. Hal Insurance partners with Auto Owners Insurance Company to handle insurance the right way, the human way. Call Ryan, Jessica, or Susan Patton at 618-937-4000. Hal Insurance is proud to serve you.
Looking for a place to come out and enjoy one of the hidden treasures of Southern Illinois? The Frankfurt Community Park is a 64-acre gym located in West Frankfurt with 10 softball and baseball fields, 12 outdoor shelters, 10 tennis courts, basketball courts, and a pond, as well as beautiful playground equipment for children of all ages. The park has plenty of open spaces to explore, and its serenity and beauty is second to none. The Aquatic Center has an indoor pool, weight room, basketball courts, and an event center. The Frankfort Community Park has something for everyone to enjoy. Come visit the park, and we promise you won't be disappointed.
One quarter in the books. Paxton Griffith. It's West Frankfort 10, Murphysboro 7. What you see there in the first quarter?
I saw Frankfort play their style of basketball, slowing things down a little bit, and Murphy really likes to get up and down. So if you can continue to do more of the same here, that would be great. It's going to be interesting to see though what Murphy and Coach Murphy got his team to do here after a really frustrating quarter if you're Murphysboro. So we'll see how the tides change here and see which coach came out with the best game plan here in the second quarter.
Peyton Allen and Will Scales subbing in for the first time for Frankfort, and it's Scales who draws a foul in the corner. Who'd they get there? Is that Keegan Shields?
Yep. Coach Dale Murphy's a little upset because the ref farthest away from it the one closest to it didn't call it, so kind of a tough call to make.
And next time that call's probably not going to happen because he knows how to work.
That he does. He was very animated over there.
And that's within the boundaries. It's not like he's doing anything out of what you're able to do as a coach. Scales tight ropes the baseline, gives it out to Sample. 30 seconds expired here in quarter two.
Seen a little more intense defense here from Murphy, and should have been a kick ball there. And hustle goes to Murphy. It's going to be over and back technically, but no call.
Well, because he didn't have possession.
True. Get back. Nope. Transition 3. See what Murphy tries to do to change things up here as Guthman's looking to go all the way. Coach Murphy's giving it to this ref down here. He's not a happy camper. The game's just getting started, Garrett.
We get Samples on his first of the period. Hale tosses in to Swansea, who gives it out to Beard. Now to Guthman. Back to the point. Dejon Beard.
Hill's got a huge advantage down there.
Only problem is, when that ball gets dumped in, Frankfort's MO tonight is next weak side guy is going to come in and just dig at that basketball.
Yep.
At least that's what we saw early on.
Ooh.
Acrobatic up and under move from Arion Swansea Jr. Murphy within one.
Little Monte Ellis like.
He probably doesn't know who that is.
Yeah, well, that would be upsetting if he doesn't, because Monte was a good one.
Yeah, but forget it's a little ahead of these kids' time.
That's true.
Nowadays.
That's very true.
Knocked free. Murphy back the other way, looking for the lead. To the goal. It ends up in the hands of Hale, who lays it off the glass. Frankfort's going to burn a timeout. Murphy 11, West Frankfort 10. Timeout brought to you by Weeks in West Frankfort. Take a quick break on Redbirds Live.
WP Dumpsters is West Frankfort's premier roll-off dumpster service, offering 14 cubic yard containers that are perfect for small DIY projects all the way up to larger home remodels and everything in between. With competitive pricing and top-notch customer service, WP Dumpsters is your Southern Illinois roll-off specialist. Book your bin online today at WPDumpsters.com or call 618-218-0623. Owned and operated by former Redbird Dalton Woolard.
6:16 remaining quarter two. Fresh out of the timeout, Frankfort will have the ball trailing by 1. Quick spurt to begin this quarter number 2 for the Red Devils. They have the 1-point edge. It'll be Samples bringing the basketball up for West Frankfort. Crosses the timeline and gives it left side Peyton Allen. Back to Samples. Samples bounces to Parker Allen, skips to Peyton Allen, and right back to Parker. 5:55 to go first half. Here's Parker Allen into the short corner to Hefner. They send a second at him. He gets out of it, gives it up Peyton Allen in the lane for an easy 2. He's wide open, a good shooter. He's going to knock that one down.
Yeah, and this defense that Murphy's throwing out there, if you're Osborne, I would just stand on that free throw line and turn it around because he's got some open looks there. Hill's kind of playing back on defense, and you could find some nice pull-ups there in the mid-range game.
Brooks using a screen downhill to the goal. He's fouled. be on the floor.
Coach Murphy not happy down there. Finds his team down 1 early. Picks out the freshman. Shields checks back in, as well as Woolard.
Cash Brooks will throw in. Gets it to Hale, gets it right back to the basket. He's fouled. That's the third on Woolard.
As soon as he comes in, he picks up a third there. I'm sure that's not what Coach Sturdich was looking for. And like, I'm assuming Canacass will probably come in for him here.
His cameo role here in the second's coming to a close. Cash Brooks. He's got the first. We're knotted at 12.
Cash hasn't knocked any perimeter shots down yet, but it's one of those players where if you let him shoot a couple free throws, he might find the shot he needs because he's a shooter. And when he's shooting, his team's thriving because it really helps with spacing inside.
Rattles at home, and Murphy back up by 1. 13-12, 5:20 to go first half.
I'd like to see them attack the middle here.
Osborne lost the ball. Other way we go. To the goal, up and in is Swansea. And then Frankfurt throws it away.
Slowly, Murphy's getting Frankfurt to play the style of basketball they want him to play. That was an unforced turnover there. I saw what he was looking for there, a fast break opportunity for Cass, but it's one of those you got to make a perfect pass, and he's got to be able to catch it and go up with multiple guys coming at him.
Hale holds the ball, gives it right side, Guthman on the wing. Now it's Brooks. He's trying to get going. They go into the post to Hale on Hefner, spinning up, and he is fouled and one.
Some good footwork and some soft touch for the big man there. If you're the Redbirds, you can't let him catch it. He's only got 6 here, but he's one of those guys where if he catches it with his back to the basket, he's going to probably make the solid move and finish every time.
4:41 to go first half. Murphy out ahead by 5. Free throw no good. Rebound Osborne. Don't want this to snowball any further than it has.
No, you just got to figure out, play what you were playing in that first quarter, which obviously, Murphy's in a little more aggressive defense here as they're trapping everything that goes to the corner. But it's these things like that. You just slow yourself down and find the open person. If you're getting doubled, somebody's open,
Peyton Allen able to flip it up off the glass before Hale could come over, and then he comes down with the rebound off the miss from Brooks. 17-14, 4 minutes to go first half. And Peyton Allen throws it away. To the goal, and Osborne gets back, knocks it loose, and Beard was the last to touch it. Hustle play there for Osborne.
It's a bit of a weird play there.
3:50 to go. First half. Allen. The Allen bros playing catch with the basketball. Top it's now Osborne. 3:35 to go first half. Osborne spins into the lane. He double dribbles.
How aggressively they're playing Osborne. If you have somebody come up and set a ball screen for him, who's ever setting that screen is going to be wide open.
Bradfield gives it up. 3 attempt no good from Swansea. And it's the Redbirds clearing. Back the other way.
Free ball not falling for any side really right now, but especially Murphysboro. Got to take advantage of it.
Downhill drive off the glass, too strong from Parker Allen, and it's Guthman looking to push. Like no one picks up the basketball.
That was too easy. You either need to attempt to take a charge there or stop him from driving, as Guthman will do that every time he gets the opportunity.
Peyton Allen free for a triple. It's too strong.
Pushing it.
19-14 the score. Murphy with the ball. It's Brooks who holds out near half court. Cass on him. Swings to the left. That's Beard. Beard on the wing goes top to Bradfield. Now right side Brooks baseline. Back out. Swansea through the lane. He's fouled. On the floor.
Frankfurt's coming out pretty aggressive on these shooters, and they haven't shown the ability to knock any shots down tonight. And Murphy's driving right by him every time they come out right now. 2:20 left here in the first half. You want to make sure you're not keep sending them to the line here.
Yeah, that Frankfurt's went over the bonus, so Murphy's going to shoot free throws the final 2:20.
Frankfurt, Murphysboro's we're not making any of their free throws here tonight, so you're kind of thinking you're lucky stars if you're Frankfurt.
3 of 7 right now are the Red Devils.
It's not like them to shoot this poorly from the line. Shields will check back in for Swanson Jr.
Murphysboro 20, West Frankfurt 14, 2:15 to go, first half. Redbirds need a basket.
Well, they need to get something going here. It's been a struggle bus in the second quarter compared to the first. So unforced turnovers, not really being able to get into any set offense here.
Peyton Allen, shot fake, gives off Osborne. Thought about a three, he won't take it. And now dribble around his man, he'll go to the basket and float it up and in.
Good move. I'd like to see him be a little more aggressive here. I know he's getting guarded pretty hard, but when he's scoring, your offense is at its best. So
Shields misses short. Offensive board though. This one could hurt. Guthman triple, no, and you dodge a bullet. Cass there to track it down.
And if I'm not mistaken, Gary, I don't think they've hit one three-pointer in this first half. They're a team who usually lives by it.
You know, you expect that to change, so take advantage until they do.
Absolutely. Osborne wants some spacing here. He's trying to get it to Hefner.
Float, no good. Rebound, Scales gives it out. It's Peyton Allen who will try a triple. In and out.
Probably like one more there to Osborne. A minute left here. We'll see if Murphy wants to hold for one here. I could very well see them doing that. Or just kind of waiting the Redbirds defense out to get a good look.
Pass and cut, and if you got a free one, you'll take it. If not, you'll just drain it down, like you said. Under the goal, it ends up now Guthman spinning in the lane, throws it up and in off the glass.
Guthman's having a good night. He plays his style of basketball. He's not one to really shoot too many threes. He did shoot one a second ago, but you've got 20 seconds here to see if you can't finish off this half with a score at least going into the locker room.
Handoff Osborne. We're down to 12 seconds. He has it out at the volleyball line.
Let's see if we can get a good play here or just get a screen and hope for a prayer.
Down to 4, down to 3. Osborne bump, throws it up, and it swirls out. Offensive rebound from Cass, but his shot will come after the buzzer. At the half, Murphysboro 22, West Frankfurt 16. We'll take a break, come back with our halftime show here on Redbirds Live.
Kids Corral is a licensed child care center and preschool serving children from 6 weeks to 12 years old in West Frankfurt and beyond. Owned by FCHS 1989 alumni Gina King and 1992 alumni Kristen Cass, Kids Corral is located at 218 South Horn Street in West Frankfurt. Call them today at 618-937-4700 for more information. Kids Corral, proudly taking care of the next generation of Redbirds since 1998.
The everyday people who make Southern Illinois so special. The ones who make sacrifices every day for their families and their community. These are the people who make us proud of what we do. You see, when a person from our community gets injured in an accident, there is someone at an insurance company far away from here whose job it is to minimize your injury, to make their corporation money. For them, you're just a claim number. For us, well, I guess you could say it's personal. We are fighting for the people of Southern Illinois each and every day to restore what was lost. We are Sam C. Mitchell and Associates, and for us, it's personal.
IBI Management manages over 2.5 million square feet of industrial storage warehousing and office space in Illinois, Indiana, Tennessee, Ohio, and South Carolina with 64 tenants. Feel free to contact them for any management needed for your property. Reach out with any questions to Bobby or Iris Kazadi at 618-218-5995 or 618-218-2456. For any of your commercial management, IBI Management is here for you. Wallace Industrial Tools and Supplies knows Southern Illinois. Located in West Frankfort, they're your Milwaukee superstore with over 8,000 square feet. Wallace Industrial Tools has the largest selection of Milwaukee within a 2-hour radius. Find power tools such as drills, saws, lights, shop vacs, and more with pricing lower than you'll find anywhere else. That's Wallace Industrial Tools and Supplies in West Frankfort. Ask Melissa Walden about Shelter's auto, home, and life options. Call or text at 618-937-2092. Plus, use the My Shelter app to pay your bill, file a claim, proof of insurance, policy documents, go paperless, and more. Melissa Walden, Shelter Insurance in West.
Looking for a dealership where you're treated like family? Come to Week Chevrolet GMC, where from sales to service, they put you first. Their friendly staff will help you find the perfect vehicle that fits your needs and your budget. Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, they've got it all. Visit them online at gregweeks.com or call 618-937-2000. Week Chevrolet GMC, right on the price, right off I-57.
Looking for a reason to try the new $5 meal deal at McDonald's? Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and the price makes 5.
So much.
That's everything you get with the new $5 meal deal at McDonald's.
You don't have to choose between comfort and capability when you're behind the wheel of the 2025 Honda Pioneer 704. Rugged and reliable, it delivers the power you need on the job, the smooth shifting you want on the trail. And with Honda's exclusive quick flip seating, you get the versatility of seating 4 passengers and stowing the back seats for a full cargo bed. See the latest Honda Pioneer 704 today at Galatich Honda in West Frankfort.
Al Insurance is a proud sponsor of Redbird Athletics. Serving West Frankfort since 1925, we provide auto, home, business, life, and health insurance. Al Insurance partners with Auto Owners Insurance Company to handle insurance the right way, the human way. Call Ryan, Jessica, or Susan Patton at 618-937-4000. Al Insurance is proud to serve you.
Looking for a place to come out and enjoy one of the hidden treasures of Southern Illinois? The Frankfort Community Park is a 64-acre gym located in West Frankfort with 10 softball and baseball fields, 12 outdoor shelters, tennis courts, basketball courts, and a pond, as well as beautiful playground equipment for children of all ages. The park has plenty of open spaces to explore, and its serenity and beauty is second to none. The Aquatic Center has an indoor pool, weight room, basketball courts, and an event center. The Frankfort Community Park has something for everyone to enjoy. Come visit the park, and we promise you won't be disappointed. WP Dumpsters is West Frankfort's premier roll-off dumpster service, offering 14 cubic yard containers that are perfect for small DIY projects all the way up to larger home remodels and everything in between. With competitive pricing and top-notch customer service, WP Dumpsters is your Southern Illinois roll-off specialist. Book your bin online today at WPDumpsters.com or call 618-218-0623. Owned and operated by former Redbird Dalton Woolard.
We welcome you back at the half. Brought to you by Kids Corral in West Frankfort. Halftime score: West Frankfort trailing Murphysboro 22-16. Frankfort had the 3-point edge after the first, but Murphy turned it up, forced some turnovers, got out and ran a little bit, and that's where they're up by 6 points right now. Paxton.
Yeah, you said it's forcing some forcing some turnovers, and some of them unforced turnovers too. Frankfort really slowed things down in that first quarter, and Hill found himself in some foul trouble, which helped. But he really hasn't been the problem. It's been Guthman so far, and if you're the Redbirds, though, you're only down 6 going into halftime. You got to feel good about yourself. This is a team that you're playing here on their home court, and they lost to Mount Vernon in overtime, like I mentioned before the game started. And Mount Vernon's a really good team, so you're only down 6, and it's going to be a tough second half here. As I fully expect Murphysboro to come out extra aggressive, as we saw them be more aggressive on the defensive end, which resulted into some fast break layups because of turnovers. So. You're going to have to play your style of basketball. I'd like to see Osborne continue to shoot. He's leading the way for the Redbirds, and get as many on-ball screens as you can for him, off-ball as well. But the way they're playing him, if you can set a screen, you're probably going to be the one open setting the screen. So I'd like to see some of that happen. But, I think it's if you would have told me the score would be this low, I probably would have said no chance. But, we'll see. It's a Tuesday game. Sometimes those are slow starting games, so I fully expect the second half to see some more scoring and some more fast break buckets.
Expect Coach Murphy to get his guys trying to get going offensively and trying to pull away early.
Yeah, offensively they haven't really looked that great. It's really been just Hill and Guthman, and Guthman's just been driving and penetrating, and they haven't hit one 3-pointer yet, and so if you're the Redbirds, you can look at that and say, hey, they haven't hit a 3 yet, we're down 6, let's try to continue that. And then if you're Murphysboro, you're saying we're up 6 and we haven't even hit a 3 yet, so you're going to have to see which coach comes out and which team comes out with the best game plan. As we know Coach Murphy well enough to know he's probably ripping them a new one down there, as he was pretty animated on the sideline to begin with. So
he wasn't happy with anybody.
No, the refs, the players, he just wasn't happy. Yeah, and I get it, especially you're coming off a game where you lost to a really good team in overtime, and your team kind of comes out here a little flat-footed. So I fully expect them to come out ready to go. But before we can even start the second half, I probably should tell people what the first half stats were. I feel like that's something I need to do. So we'll start with the Redbirds, who have 16 so far. As I said, Osborne's leading the way. He's got 9. I like his aggressiveness. I'd like to see him be a little more aggressive, Garrett. I know he's getting guarded pretty hard, but I think if they set some screens for him, he should be able to find some easy buckets. Allen's got 4, that's Peyton Allen, and then Hefner's got 3. That's a scoring for the Redbirds. On the other side, is a little more well-balanced here as Miles Guthman leads the way. He's got 8. Hill's got 6. Swanson Jr. has 6. And Cash Brooks, who is usually cash money, he's only got 2. So, I fully expect him to come out ready to go. And I've said it once before on the broadcast, and I'll say it again. These first 4 minutes are going to be very important for both sides. Whoever comes out more ready in these first 4 minutes will win this game.
Yeah, and Frankfort hardly got to the line. It was Hefner going 1 of 2. And that's it for Frankfort.
That was early in the first quarter.
Yeah, and then Murphy got there 5 or 6 different occasions. They had a couple and one opportunities, but overall just 4 of 8. So they did not take advantage. But still, they keep getting to the line. Frankfort's going to be in trouble.
Yeah, they're not going to continue to shoot this poorly from the free throw line. So you don't want to send them there. As I know Willard has 3 fouls already in this game, and it's one of those things where a good team like this who's quick enough already, you don't want to put them on the line, and because quicker teams, you tend to foul a little bit more, and then you'll get yourself in the bonus, and then you're fouling them 60 feet away from the basket, and then they're shooting free throws. So it'll be interesting to see how this game goes. I anticipate Murphy running some plays to try to get Cash Brooks hitting some threes, and if that's not going to happen, then Guthman more of the same. And if you're the Redbirds, you got to get Osborne going. He's got 9, and the more he's going to score, the more attention they'll show on him, and the better the chances you have to find somebody else open. But we'll see. We'll see. And Murphysboro had a really aggressive defense there, and I mentioned to you in the second quarter, if you're being double-teamed, the math adds up that somebody's probably open. So, make quick passes, make quick decisions. Don't find yourself in these corners here, because when you find yourself in these corners, it's 3 guys guarding you. It's the two players in the out-of-bounds line. So, it's vastly important to slow things down and not to turn the ball over, and you got to just play your style of basketball. You've got to slow things down. If there's no shot clock yet, so take advantage of that.
About ready for the second half.
I'm ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready. We'll see how Frankfurt comes out ready to go. As you mentioned, Paxton Woolard has 3. Then you've got a guy that you asked to bring the ball up, Chris Sample. He's got 2. Monitor that. It's 3 fouls on Woolard, 2 on Sample. The other side, guys with a couple of fouls. Bradfield with 2, Hale with 2. It's really a big deal for Frankfurt, as thin as they are on their roster.
Yeah, absolutely. You've got to, you don't have a deep bench, and this is the type of team that will get you running up and down as they're trying to get an elevator screen for Brooks.
Hale falls away and throws it in.
Got some good touch, man.
The lead is 8 for Murphysboro. Elbow as Osborne gives it out. Samples right side cast. He'll shot fake, and he's bumped. See who they have it on.
Should be fine.
And that is the 3rd on Bradfield.
Good call there. He certainly bumped him.
Samples a toss in underneath the basket. Throw it out to half court to Osborne. Woolard reverses to Samples. 40 seconds expired in quarter 3. Right side with it's Hefner. Back out Osborne. Osborne in the paint. Throws it up, and it falls off the front of the iron.
Probably could have made one more dribble before he decided to take that layup, but almost got it. Would have been a crafty finish.
Hale can't get it to go.
Ooh.
And a battle for the boards. We've got a tie-up.
Coach Murphy still giving it to the refs here, wanting some more calls. Frankfurt only did shoot 2 free throws in that first half, so it's not like Frankfurt's getting a lot of calls.
Sending guys up at Samples before he crosses. He bounces it ahead to Osborne.
Gotta get
Like
out of
to
the corner.
dribble out of there. There's Woolard. Looked like he had some options and then threw it away.
If they're going to pressure you like this, you got to be quick with your decisions. Quick passes. Nothing's quicker than a pass, so you've got to make that quick passes. Woolard was in the air there. There was 2 Redbirds that could have potentially had layups there, so you got to be able to see that. The small things.
They are feeding Hale. Back up. He's got another 2. He's got 4 in the half, and Murphy's got a 10-point edge.
If you're Murphy, rinse and repeat on that. He's getting that all night.
Hefner turned right into his guy, and it's taken away by Hale.
Unforced turnovers, Garrett. They're pressing you a little bit here, but it's nothing that you've never seen before.
Timeout might be imminent on a made basket.
Yeah, ought to be.
Laid up and in.
He wants one.
And right on cue, 28-16 after the make from Bradfield. Murphy with their largest lead of the evening, 28-16 on Redbirds Live.
Looking for a dealership where you're treated like family? Come to Weeks Chevrolet GMC, where from sales to service, they put you first. Their friendly staff will help you find the perfect vehicle that fits your needs and your budget. Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, they've got it all. Visit them online at gregweeks.com or call 618-937-2000. Weeks Chevrolet GMC, right on the price, right off I-57.
Ask Melissa Walden about Shelter's auto, home, and life options. Call or text at 618-937-2092. Plus, use the My Shelter app to pay your bill, file a claim, proof of insurance, policy documents, go paperless, and more. Melissa Walden, Shelter Insurance in West Frankfort.
5:51 to go in the third. Murphysboro 28, West Frankfort 16 out of the timeout. Redbirds got to get something going here offensively because Murphy's been able to get 3 baskets right there at the bucket here in the third.
Yeah, 6-0 start here to the half, and some unforced turnovers and some opportunities to score if you make the correct passes, and nothing's happened.
I will say, Paxton, we keep hitting on the fact that Murphy hasn't hit any threes to this point. Might have been part of Coach Murphy's game plan. Hey, let's just take it out of it. Let's just go in at the basket.
Might as well. I mean, Guthman can certainly get it anytime he wants, and Hale's been able to do that so far in this game and in this half especially. So we'll see if it's more of the same there, as Frankfurt's had to call 2 timeouts already in this half. Oh.
Coach Murphy pleading his case again.
He does every call. It cracks me up. He knew he wasn't going to get much on that one. He just wanted to put it in the ref's ear. Ooh.
Cass right block, gives it out. Parker Allen open for 3, and that's a nice sight to see Parker Allen knock down a 3, and the difference it makes whenever he's shooting off the dribble as opposed to that one there with your feet set. Big difference.
Big time. A couple of those, and you'll feel like you're right back in this. Brooks with an answer.
Yeah, thought he might go for the equalizer. He'll step inside the arc, try a long 2, and it's going to be saved. No, it'll be out on Murphy. It was going to be Frankfurt taking it the other way anyways. So it was saved into Cass. Frankfurt will instead just toss it in. 4:59 to go in the third. Murphy's lead is 9.
Got to meet the passes.
And Frankfurt's just a second late getting passes to where they need to be. It seems like not just tonight, but a lot of times this season.
Yeah. A day late and a dollar short.
Hale. He's fouled and 1.
Yeah. You're just going to have to start fronting him. You can't let him just sit down there, have Thanksgiving dinner, and then get the ball. You know, you're going to have to figure out a way of getting him, forcing him out. That's even him catching it towards the volleyball line. You got to figure something out because he's too comfortable with his back to the basket.
Get Nick Hefner, his second. Timion Hale will go to the line. And he'll get this one to fall through.
He gets 3 the hard way. Murphy is looking like they're back in a man here. They were running a 2-3 aggressive zone.
And they get samples for a travel. I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, I thought they were going to call a bump more than anything. I thought there was a foul there before there was a walk. He did technically walk.
Well,
but
he got rid
fouled.
of the basketball.
Yeah.
And he lost that balance, but the basketball was out of his hands. And there's your old...
That's a make-up call.
There you go.
And that's the one thing about this officiating crew. These guys have been doing it for a really long time, and they tend to know when one of them makes a mistake, and they'll do something like that quickly. As you could tell, I watched that whole play develop right there. There was really not a foul, so we'll take it.
Redbirds with the ball, trailing by 12. 4 minutes to go in the third. Knocked free. Shouldn't have been touched by anyone, and it wasn't. It's Murphy's ball.
You really need to get Osborne some open looks here. Set some screens for him. This dribbling side to side to each wing and then handing it off and screening is not getting you anywhere besides right where you came from.
Guthman, he'll pull the trigger. It's short. And a foul on Guthman. He's got a couple of fouls on this end. Past few trips.
Yeah. Starting to rack him up here.
Not sure Coach Murphy's too happy with that shot attempt either.
No, yeah, that's not really Guthman's game. Guthman's better at driving and penetrating, and I mean he can hit those, but nobody's hit one tonight for Murphy.
Back door, Cass
Nice.
then swings it, ends up right side. Osborne tries a tough 2.
Needs to
And
shoot that 3.
Rebound for Hale.
You can't second guess yourself. He's a shooter. If you're a shooter, you got to take that. And your second,
And then Brooks lost it off his knee. Other way. Sample. Into the paint. Been caught there a few times tonight. Gives it out to Parker Allen, who skips to the top to Hefner. Hefner swings it to Cass. Cass looking for something. Gives it Sample, who's working. Into the corner and pulls it out to the wing and goes top to Osborne. Right side with it now into the corner is Cass. 2:50 to go in the third. Finds Parker Allen to the basket, off the glass. He missed it short. Rebound underneath the goal by Samples. Gives it
One
out.
more.
And it ends up Osborne. Passed up another look at three. 2:40 to go in the period.
Got to be ready to shoot. Because we're not really running an offense. It's just
Going to try a long two again.
over the back all day. Twice on Sunday.
That's a couple possessions in a row. Osborne settled for
Yeah.
long twos
Well,
off the dribble.
And you're not really doing much on offense as a team right now. You're just getting it to the top of the key, dribbling it to a wing, handing it off, and then setting a screen. That's not going to get you anywhere. That's produced you 3 points so far in this half. So, you gotta figure something out. It's 15-3 run here.
Beard back in the game. He gives it to Hale, left side now. Or now Beard touches it. As it's Bradfield who's back out there. Also, we see Swansea. Beard trying to get it to Hale. Instead, he pulls it out top. 2 minutes to go in the third.
You can get it to them if they want to now.
Bradfield left side goes top to Guthman. Try again. Same result. Another miss. Fight for the board. Pulled down by Samples. Parker Allen throws it ahead to Cass. Holds that pivot foot. Gives it out. Parker Allen in and out on three. And a rebound pulled down by Murphysboro, and they skip ahead. Guthman to the goal. He lost the ball, and it's Osborne who's got it. And then he lost it out of bounds, but they'll say off of Murphysboro.
I'm not going to lie to you, Garrett. There's been some moments in this game where it looks like bad news bears on both sides. I don't know what's going on. That's you don't ever usually see Murphysboro and having a fast break like that. And then we've seen the ball hit off a guy's head and then a foul call, and it's been a weird half here.
Brooks dribbled it right off his kneecap earlier.
Yeah. There's some weird things happening. I think it's your classic Tuesday night game.
Samples right side. Goes top to Parker Allen. Frankfurt's had a couple of threes go all the way down and then pop out. Looking for a big shot to try to cut it back to single digits. Parker Allen gets it through to Samples. Long two, attempted again. No good. Frankfurt's settling for long twos now.
And those long twos are the worst shots in basketball according to the numbers.
If you're going to shoot a two, you'd like to get to the cup.
Yeah.
Just like Dejan Beard just did.
Yep. Called his number, and the senior gets two and a chance for three the hard way. And I mean, that's what it really comes down to. Is you're not taking the open threes. You're slowing yourself down. You're second guessing yourself, and then you're trying to force shots that aren't there. And a lot of it too is, you're not really running any offensive plays right now. This whole period has been the same thing, just dribble handoffs and screens. And I hate to break it to you, you've scored 3 points. That's not working. So need to get something going.
Just 9 points since the end of the first.
Yeah, I mean, you got to figure something out.
Free throw, no. And Frankfurt's going to give up an offensive rebound basket.
Beard gets 4 that possession.
Parker Allen back the other way. Too strong on the three. Rebound pulled down by Shields. 40 seconds to go in the third. Brooks moved to the basket. He's called for a travel.
If he would have gone up right away, he probably would have been able to draw a foul there, but he hesitated and his momentum kept him moving. And you got 33 seconds left, Garrett. You probably would want to take this last shot here and make sure you're ending the quarter, hopefully on a good note. Hopefully.
Getting away from you if you're going to play at Murphy's pace.
Yeah.
Peyton Allen, he's got the basketball. Hands off to Osborne. Tough catch for Samples in the corner. 15 seconds to go in the third. Peyton Allen at the point. Swings it right side to Hefner. Hefner into the paint. Goes to the goal, and he laid it up. Missed it. Too strong. 4 seconds. Back the other way. Brooks trying to set his feet. Downhill. Floats it. Got it at the buzzer.
That's what happens.
37-19 through 3 quarters of play. We'll take a break. Come back with the fourth on Redbirds Live.
Wallace Industrial Tools and Supplies knows Southern Illinois. Located in West Frankfort, they're your Milwaukee superstore with over 8,000 square feet. Wallace Industrial Tools has the largest selection of Milwaukee within a 2-hour radius. Find power tools such as drills, saws, lights, shop vacs, and more with pricing lower than you'll find anywhere else. That's Wallace Industrial Tools and Supplies in West Frankfort. IBI Management manages over 2.5 million square feet of industrial storage warehousing and office space in Illinois, Indiana, Tennessee, Ohio, and South Carolina with 64 tenants. Feel free to contact them for any management needed for your property. Reach out with any questions to Bobby or Iris Kazadi at 618-218-5995 or 618-218-2456. For any of your commercial management, IBI Management is here for you.
37-19, 1 quarter to go, and it's been all Murphy since the end of the first.
Yeah, we're on a pace here to have a running clock here before this fourth quarter is over. As the third quarter alone, there was 21 points scored by Murphysboro and 3 scored by Frankfort.
It's one thing not to score, and you can get away with it sometimes if you're playing good defense. And credit to Frankfort in the first quarter. We saw it then. If you're going to not score a whole lot of points, you drag out possessions, you got a shot. But once your team starts running, you can't try to play their game, and that's where Frankfurt fell into that trap, and they fell well behind.
Well, the crazy thing is, they went on. We're going to offensive screen there. Looks like that's going to be on Swanson Jr. But the crazy thing is that you're down. You get outscored 21-3 in that third quarter, and they didn't even hit a three-pointer, Garrett. And this is in this era of basketball, and that's not something you normally see. So we'll see how this fourth quarter shapes out.
And Frankfurt scoring at a premium. At the top, it's Osborne. Lost his dribble, gives it right side to Peyton Allen. Allen loses his dribble, goes back left. Quentin Osborne, 50 seconds expired here in the fourth. It's 37-19 the score. Samples swings it to Allen. Gets into the paint, kick out Osborne's feet set, triple up. It's short, and a rebound out of bounds off of Frankfurt. It's an old follow your shot, and you'll go get it. Yeah. That one bounced right back where it came from.
Usually when you're shooting, you know if it's short or not, and you usually are the best. You should be the one to be the best reader of it.
Yeah, you'll get the best read of it.
Yeah. So you should know. I mean, I know when I shot. If it was short, I was already running to the rim trying to get my miss. He almost got it, but a little hesitation there. So they want to get it to the middle there because that's going to happen.
Shields got bumped, no whistle. A second effort, a third effort, and he gets this one and one.
I think he'll take that one instead, Garrett. Chance for 3 to Hardway. So Murphysboro's getting whatever they want here, and you got the freshman here at the line, and I think that's Keegan Shields is one of those players. He's not going to score 20, but he's a freshman, and if Coach Murphy's playing him, that shows you the confidence he has in such a young kid, because he's not one to do things like that unless they've earned it, and he plays it well on both ends and gets 3 the hard way. Find yourself
6:30 left.
So you find yourself down 21 here, and you don't have much time left in this game to try to get back in it. So you need to at least try to. We're gonna have a foul here on what looks like Radfield, off-ball foul. At this point you're down 21, but you still, you'd like to see some good sets front or get something going here. The game, might be out of hand when it comes to being able to score that many in, short amount of time, but that doesn't mean you can't run some offensive sets and get something going here and at least try to get some confidence going into your next 2 games this week.
Samples lobs to Osborne. He missed it point blank and missed the second chance. Might have got hit on that second one, but the first one you've got to knock down.
Yeah.
Go into the post. It was knocked out by Parker Allen. 5:55 to go in the ball game.
Wouldn't be shocked if Coach Murphy tries to get a kid like Cash Brooks going here. He's been struggling the last few games to find a shot. What my Murphysboro people told me.
3 ball from the corner. No miss there from Swansea Jr.
That did a 3-pointer, Garrett. It's kind of crazy.
And they're not going to need to.
No.
They're going to get it done without it.
Yep.
Heck, if I was Coach Murphy, I'd tell him quit shooting them.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. At this point, you have a better chance of free the hard way. Yeah. So.
Don't even need threes.
Yeah.
Just look for good looks, run some good offensive sets, and get out of here.
Yeah.
Hefner will try a corner triple. He's knocked it down. Something he's developed the past season. It's something you need in the modern game.
Absolutely. Threes win you ball games. We're going to get a timeout here from Coach Murphy.
Let's take a break. 40-22 the score. Murphy marching towards a victory here on Redbirds Live.
The everyday people who make Southern Illinois so special. The ones who make sacrifices every day for their families and their community. These are the people who make us proud of what we do. You see, when a person from our community gets injured in an accident, there is someone at an insurance company far away from here whose job it is to minimize your injury, to make their corporation money. For them, you're just a claim number. For us, well, I guess you could say it's personal. We are fighting for the people of Southern Illinois each and every day to restore what was lost. We are Sam C. Mitchell and Associates, and for us, it's personal.
Kids Corral is a licensed child care center and preschool serving children from 6 weeks to 12 years old in West Frankfort and beyond. Owned by FCHS 1989 alumni Gina King and 1992 alumni Kristen Cass, Kids Corral is located at 218 South Horn Street in West Frankfort. Call them today at 618-937-4700 for more information. Kids Corral, proudly taking care of the next generation of Redbirds since 1998.
4:50 to go. Hale gets another 2 points. Right out of that timeout. Rebound for Hefner. Fight for the ball. That's Parker Allen. Back to Hefner. To the goal. He's fouled in one. Good strong finish for Nick Hefner. Trying to finish this game strong. He's got Frankfurt's last 5 points, looking to make it 6.
Yeah, grabbed a nice rebound there, and that's all you can ask for here is, you probably find yourself out of this game with the time you have left, so it's just important to, hey, let's win these last 4 minutes,
We mentioned how Hale had 2 fouls early, and then off air we made the comment amongst each other, Paxton, that we thought he'd play without fouling pretty easily, and well, he just picked up his first foul since the first quarter, so
yeah,
that's extremely impressive for a big to be able to play without fouling, and Hale knew he had to let up a little bit as opposed to how he normally is defensively, and he's got another 2.
that was just a give-me basket there. He had all the time in the world to get himself gathered and put it up there. Just camped down in the lane. Has been for the most part of the night.
Four minutes left. Peyton Allen free for 3. Around and out. Rebound to Hale. Slowing things up is Dejon Beard. Across the timeline, dribbles into the corner, and Guthman just lost it out of bounds.
Even though Murphysboro will come away with a win here, I have a feeling Coach Murphy's still not going to be very happy with a lot of what he's seen tonight.
Yeah, no. We can visit, you can tell just by how he's interacted with his guys and throughout this game, but certainly a lot of things they could work on.
Absolutely.
Coming out of this one because they've got bigger fish to fry down the road.
Mm-hmm.
Osborne somehow gets it to go.
It's a tough shot.
Caught under the basket.
It's not an easy finish there, especially no backboard using. So got 3 minutes left here to finish strong and have some momentum going into these next few games this week before you kick off your own midwinter.
I will say defensively, first half, Frankfurt looked pretty good. You bring that out tomorrow night. We got a bump underneath. You bring that out tomorrow night at home against El Dorado, I like their chances.
Yeah, absolutely. But the key thing is if you bring that out, you have to bring that out. You can't. Murphysboro's a good team, so obviously you don't want to fully, let this one go. You obviously need to look at what you need to fix. But, it's one of those things where you play like you should. You can beat El Dorado tomorrow. So Cash trying to call his own number here. Cash is just trying to find himself a nice little rhythm here for Murphysboro heads over to Cairo tomorrow.
You're on the call down in Cairo, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm on the call for that one. First time going to Cairo's gym, actually. Never played there once.
Well, they have a decent club, and you'll get a first look at them.
Yeah,
we will obviously we'll call them up at the midwinter.
That's right. Yeah, and I actually watched Cairo earlier this year when I called some Murphysboro games in the DuQuoin tournament, and they're a very Cairo-like team, athletic, get up and down, and pretty young too.
1-2 trip.
Cairo could possibly win that midwinter.
I'd say going in, if we had the sports book on it, they'd probably be the favorite.
Yeah.
Just because they've never shied away from scheduling, and they've beaten some decent teams this year. They've hung tough with some teams this year, and they've beaten up on some weaker teams. Parker Allen's 3, no. Rebound to Hale. Samples takes it away. Now it's Osborne, too strong, and then a rebound foul as Samples will draw it. They get it on Hale. Not as dire of a fourth foul as it could have been if Frankfurt was a little tighter, but 45-27 the score. But
you might as well just let him stay out there until he fouls out.
Yeah, and that's a good test for him, playing with 4.
Yep. Show me that you can play with 4 fouls to where if we're in a situation it's a close game, I can trust you to stay out there, big man.
I think the same thing if you're Frankfurt, as they're doing, is leave Chris Samples out there with 4. Osborne to the goal, lays it in.
Those type of shots have been there all night, Garrett. They just really haven't utilized it, kind of unfortunate.
2 minutes left. So when Paxton's down in Cairo tomorrow, we'll be on the air. Myself and Quincy back on the call tomorrow night.
Quincy Olin.
Up against the El Dorado Eagles.
Is that a home game or away?
We are at Max Morris.
There you go. Doesn't get better than that.
And then Friday night at home against Anna Jonesboro.
Then we'll be there all week next week. We'll be living at Max Morris.
We have to start paying rent next week.
Yeah, well, not a fan of that.
We're going to be up there quite a bit. Going to have to claim a residency there.
We might have to.
1:30 to go. Murphy.
Hill getting what he wants.
Finishing touches on this one. A nice move from Timion Hill. I will say,
tell me,
for as big body as he is, I really like his footwork.
He's got good footwork. He's got good touch, and probably possibly a foul, but no calls or no. He's just got a minute left. Yeah, no, for a big, and especially I remember him as a freshman, and I remember him as a sophomore, and he's come a long way. He was always tall, and you knew he was going to be a problem once he got older, but the way he's really developed has been really nice. But he's a coach's dream. If you get a kid who's over 6'6", you're going to you should make sure he can go point A to point B, and we're going to get a big old substitution in here.
Line change, like you'd see in hockey. Yeah, he's definitely a guy. I know he's capable of it because he's just a good basketball player. I know he's capable of hitting a 3, but I'd hate to have him anywhere but with that footwork right at the basket, working his stuff and getting some good looks.
Yeah, but what makes him even more dangerous is he's got potential to hit 3 a night. I watched him in that DuQuoin tournament, and there was multiple games where he was hitting a couple 3s, and if your big guy's doing that, your offense should be very deadly, especially with the touch he has down low. So we're seeing some of the JV guys, and their JV team was pretty good too. They scored a lot of points. And
very Murphysboro-esque
up and down
offensive performance. Loves to run. And
yep.
That's that Daryl Murphy offense.
Young and athletic, and
it's all about transition with them.
Yep. They're going to be, broken record here, but they're going to be good for the next few years. So they've got talent, they've got athletes, and Allen comes down with that rebound. 30 seconds left. We'll see if Frankfurt tries to do anything here or just dribble it out. As the first quarter was something to be, excited about, but since then it was kind of rough sailing.
Cast right block, and it rims out.
Rushed
Rebound
himself.
To Murphy. He had more time than he thought.
Yeah.
And if he turned that way, you might as well take it to that left side, or you could turn to the inside. But regardless, didn't make or break the game. 47-29 the final. As time winds out, Murphy's going to get it done over West Frankfort. Make sure you stay tuned. We'll take a short break, come back with our post-game coverage here on Redbirds Live.
Ask Melissa Walden about Shelter's auto, home, and life options. Call or text at 618-937-2092. Plus, use the My Shelter app to pay your bill, file a claim, proof of insurance, policy documents, go paperless, and more. Melissa Walden, Shelter Insurance in West Frankfort. Wallace Industrial Tools and Supplies knows Southern Illinois. Located in West Frankfort, they're your Milwaukee superstore with over 8,000 square feet. Wallace Industrial Tools has the largest selection of Milwaukee within a 2-hour radius. Find power tools such as drills, saws, lights, shop vacs, and more with pricing lower than you'll find anywhere else. That's Wallace Industrial Tools and Supplies in West Frankfort. IBI Management manages over 2.5 million square feet of industrial storage warehousing and office space in Illinois, Indiana, Tennessee, Ohio, and South Carolina with 64 tenants. Feel free to contact them for any management needed for your property. Reach out with any questions to Bobby or Iris Kazadi at 618-218-5995 or 618-218-2456. For any of your commercial management, IBI Management is here for you.
The everyday people who make Southern Illinois so special. The ones who make sacrifices every day for their families and their community. These are the people who make us proud of what we do. You see, when a person from our community gets injured in an accident, there is someone at an insurance company far away from here whose job it is to minimize your injury, to make their corporation money. For them, you're just a claim number. For us, well, I guess you could say it's personal. We are fighting for the people of Southern Illinois each and every day to restore what was lost. We are Sam C. Mitchell and Associates, and for us, it's personal.
Kids Corral is a licensed child care center and preschool serving children from 6 weeks to 12 years old in West Frankfort and beyond. Owned by FCHS 1989 alumni Gina King and 1992 alumni Kristen Cass, Kids Corral is located at 218 South Horn Street in West Frankfort. Call them today at 618-937-4700 for more information. Kids Corral, proudly taking care of the next generation of Redbirds since 1998.
We welcome you back here in our post-game coverage brought to you by IBI Management. 47-29. Frankfort hung tough there, especially the first quarter. Actually looked like the better team in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Murphy was trying to find their footing, but you got to play 4 quarters, not 1. That's the difference. And Murphy, just too much firepower, and it was Kimion Hale who found his groove, especially second half. But Murphy's a really good team, and if you don't play 4 great quarters, you ain't going to beat them. So Frankfort came up a little short tonight, but all in all, you saw something there in the first that you can really work with, and even there at stretches in the fourth, but coming up short tonight.
Yeah, coming up short, and that first quarter was, good to watch and nice solid basketball, but after that, like you said, Murphysboro really, and Murphy didn't even play their best game, and it's one of those things where it's tough to come down here on a Tuesday night and win in any occasion. So hopefully you can, if you watch film, you can go back and find some good and obviously find some bad, and you got to figure something out here because it's been a losing streak, and you just got to forget about it. Like you said earlier, you play El Dorado tomorrow. That's a team you can definitely go out there and beat. So you'd like to see them just come out tomorrow and, forget about this game and take care of business.
Let's go ahead and go over them final numbers in a 47-29 Murphysboro victory.
Well, for Frankfort Osborne, he led the way. He had 13. Hefner had a nice second half. He had 9. Peyton Allen, my apologies, had 4, and Parker had 3. And for Murphysboro, like you mentioned, Hill led the way. He had 19, 13 in the second half. Guthman had 8. Brooks had 2. Actually, Brooks had 4, my apologies. Beard had 4, Shields had 2, Bradfield had 2, and Swanson Jr. had 6. So that's the scoring for Murphysboro. And it was really, like you mentioned, hell that whole second half. He built a home down inside and took care of business every time he had to.
Frankfurt just 2 of 3 at the line
That's
in the
crazy.
game.
Not many free throws at all.
Murphy goes 7 of 13. Ed Murphy just a better team, right? Better athletes, and they played their. When you play to their style, it's going to be a long night. Fortunately, you didn't play to their style the entire game.
Yeah.
But you really saw it there in the second and third quarters.
Yeah, when you play to their style, they're a type of team who's going to get up and down and try to tire you out. And when you look at your bench and you've only got 3 guys in uniforms, you're probably going to be tired by the time you do try to play their style of basketball. So, you're not setting yourself up well there. And Murphy, like you mentioned, didn't really play great tonight. And I fully anticipate Coach Murphy's giving it to them right now about what he saw. And you just got to chalk this one up, and because if you're looking at this from a calendar standpoint, you had Murphysboro probably winning this game, but what's important is you feel like you can win tomorrow night's game, so you need to go in there, have the right game plan, be prepared, and take care of business at home. It'd be nice to pick up a win at home, and but we'll see.
Come out, be aggressive like you were tonight.
Yeah, I mean, if you're, Murphysboro, even though they didn't play their best style of basketball, maybe you could say in the second half they did, but you were winning. You were up 10-4 at one point, and playing your style of basketball. You were slowing things down. You were making quick passes, and against El Dorado, you should be able to do that.
But I know we keep saying Murphy didn't play their best game, which they didn't. Some of that credit's got to go to the Redbirds, especially early on.
Yeah, Frankfurt played good in that first quarter. They slowed things down. They played their style of basketball. They played good defense. They were limiting them to just a few shots, and that's what really changed in that second quarter was we saw a couple turnovers, which it was only a 6-point deficit going into halftime, but you kind of saw the slowness of what was happening. We were turning the ball over, we were rushing ourselves, we weren't playing our pace of basketball that we saw success in that first quarter. And when you're playing a solid team with athletes and you're having unforced turnovers, you're not helping yourself at all.
Hey, one thing left to do, Mr. Griffith, and that's give out a player of the game. That's brought to you by Melissa Walden Shelter Insurance. Who you got?
We'll go with Osborne. He led the way, and I wish he would be a little more aggressive. And I know he's got, night in and night out, Osborne's got the toughest guy guarding him. And it's unfortunate that he doesn't get any off-ball screens or anything to help him get open. But, he found some shots, and he had 13, and hopefully he comes out tomorrow aggressive. And hopefully Hefner comes out aggressive tomorrow. He had some shots. He had a 3-pointer in the corner. So I'm hoping, tomorrow is a good night and Redbirds can pick up a win at home.
Yeah, and he actually had some pretty good sequences on defense.
Yeah.
Against Hale, especially early on, had a couple nice blocks on him. Good box outs that forced fouls. I think if he plays his game, he could cause some issues for El Dorado, and maybe they can run through that. But yeah, player of the game brought to you by Melissa Walden goes out to Quentin Osborne. Final score 47-29 for Murphysboro. Red Devils knock off your Redbirds. We're back tomorrow night at Max Morris in West Frankfort as the boys varsity team welcomes in the El Dorado Eagles. We'll have that coverage around 7:15 or so, somewhere in that time frame. Thank you all for tuning in to our coverage here this evening on this Tuesday night. Always much appreciated wherever you're tuning in. And thanks to our team on site, Aaron Price, Paxton Griffith, and Garrett Smith. We'll see you